Hello, Susan, and thank you very much for letting us have this interview with you here today. Some horrible stuff happened to you and your husband half a year ago, and you wrote an article about that, and that is obviously why we're here today to elaborate on that. But please first tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Susan Anderson. I am a writer, and this is the only article I ever have published. My husband Mike is a photographer, and we live in downtown LA.
Mm.
Well,
Well, I don't know if you just wanna, well, take it from the start, and yeah.
well, it all started with Mike's dad. He was starting acting weird when we come over for family dinners. He would start talking to people who was not there, acting out, screaming, being angry, like he was schizophrenic, and he would lock himself up in his office for hours, speaking with himself loudly. And Mark's mom was obviously devastated, and one night she called us, I think around 3 a.m., and Mike picked up the phone, and I could hear she was crying, and she told us that Mike's dad, Christopher, that he had gone. He hadn't come back. And he had just left in the morning, and the car was still there. And that was it. He had disappeared. He never left a message, and we never heard from him again. And
Sounds very strange.
it was really strange, and it was terrible for the whole family. It was just, yeah, hard. And obviously, Mike had a hard time. Mike's grandfather had trouble accepting that his son was gone. You know, he didn't really get any explanation. He was just lost. And he also started acting a bit weird. He would also disappear for days, and we never knew where he went. He would just come back covered in dirt, and he would look like he had been wandering around in the woods. And Mark started to call him, and when he wouldn't answer, he would go over to the house to see if he was there and if he was okay. And one day he called me, and he told me that he had killed his dog. It was laying on the porch, and
So Mike's grandfather killed his own dog.
yeah, he had snapped the neck. He,
My God.
yeah, and he loved that dog. She was 12 years old, and it was his best friend. So the whole family decided that they would have him institutionalized, and he were there for 2 weeks, and then he died.
Passed away.
He passed away, and he was well. Nothing was wrong with that man. I know, you know, you could have like a normal conversation with him, and you couldn't even feel that, you know, you couldn't talk about his disappearing because it was like never happened, at least in his mind. And beside of that, he was well, and
Must have been hard on the family.
it was really hard. It was rough, and Mike had, that was a tough period, and but he tried to be calm and reasonable. Guess he wanted to be strong and, yeah, be there for his mother and the family. And he said he would go through the house of his grandfather and look for the deed of the house. It was quite important at that time, and we went over there, and went through all of these things. And I remember we found these books, like some occult books. I don't remember the titles. The
Call like voodoo or
Yeah, I don't remember. It was something like it, and it just seemed weird. It was like his grandfather was looking for answers because he needed a reason for the for Chris disappearing just like that, and it just took him in a wrong direction, I think. And yeah, we found, or Mikey found these negatives, which were beautiful. They were like 20s ish. At least they looked from that age, and we decided to bring them home. We wanted to print them because we thought they would be like a nice memory of his grandfather. And I don't know, we took them with us home to the apartment, and I don't know, it was like this really negative energy just entered the house. Like something changed from that day when we brought those pictures with us. It was, I don't know, it started with these sounds, like noise. Uh, During nighttime, we would hear in the house weird sounds, and I can't even explain it. It was almost like, it sounded like somebody was moving our furniture around, but nothing had changed. We went in the living room, mostly where we would hear it, and lights suddenly would switch on and off, and then things weren't where we left them. I don't know, I just felt like, I don't know, like somebody was there. This, like, it was like somebody,
we can take a short break if you want to.